All right. Thank you everybody for joining me again for another live video. We are live on YouTube. So if you're watching the replay, go ahead and comment below and let me know what you think of the idea. So today's idea is cooking at home. We're going to be talking about money, Tesla, and just this meal that I'm going to be preparing tonight. The meal I'm going to be preparing tonight is main course. The main meat protein is salmon. So we're going to be making salmon, scalloped potatoes, and some steamed broccoli. But my girlfriend and my mom, they love my steamed broccoli. So I'm going to be doing this. Salmon, I'm pretty proficient at salmon too. I'm going to use my stainless steel pan. And then scalloped potatoes. This is actually my first time making them from scratch. My mom used to always make them for special occasions when we were younger, out the box and everything. But this is going to be my first time making scalloped potatoes ever, but I'm going to try to do it from scratch. So these are the ingredients we're using. Of course, you're going to need a peeler for the potatoes, like a potato peeler. And then I got my nice chef knife to cut things when I need to start cutting. So stay with me, get a drink, because we're going to be going live and we're going to be watching. You're going to be watching, so I want you to stay hydrated and just be comfortable. So I'm going to go ahead and put this salmon up until it's ready for us to use. All right. And I also made something cool for dessert. So I will show the dessert in a little bit. But right now we're going to go ahead and prep the food. If you guys don't know, I love to cook. I've been cooking since I was a little kid, maybe like since I was 10, even younger than that, really. But my mom, she didn't allow me to cook with heat on the stove until I was like 10 or 12 or so. All right, so the first thing, I already rinsed and washed these potatoes off, all the dirt and grime that comes on potatoes, because potatoes grow in the ground and they're covered in dirt, and you want to just go ahead and get all that wiped down. So all I'm gonna do is just peel these potatoes. That's as simple as it is. I like to use this one. There's also another type that you use, but instead of it going vertically like this, it goes horizontally, and you have to do it like, or everybody has a different way, but I'm going to go ahead and peel these potatoes. And one thing I wanted to tell you guys about that salmon, because I always want to bring my channel back to the idea of money and saving money and what can we do to save money. Sorry, my girlfriend just texted me, so I'm going to have to look at that message. What I was about to say is that I want to always think of the idea of saving money. And so cooking at home is one of the general. And so, for instance, this salmon that you saw on there was about $20. That was pounds and 2.3 pounds. So, 16 ounces. So, the average adult usually eats about 8 ounces of meat whenever they're eating a meal. So, that salmon fillet right there could feed a single person for about four and a half, 5 meals, just depending on how you cut it. And that's the way that you want to look at things when you're cooking, because that one salmon fillet, like I said, it was $20. So when you divide that by 4, the salmon costs about $4. These potatoes, the whole bag costs about $5. And I'm using a whole pan of potatoes, but again, I'm probably going to only use like a quarter of the pan for one single person serving. So again, overall, this meal probably cost me about $7 to $10 per day, because that broccoli, I think it was like $3 for each pack, so $6 altogether. So somebody go ahead and do the math, but if I'm just rounding it out, it probably only cost me like $7 to $10 per serving of this meal. And that's how you want to think about things when you're cooking, because you could be going out and you could be spending $10 at McDonald's, or probably more, because even fast food is getting more expensive. But the whole idea is that you want to be able to start thinking about your meals in increments, and you want to be thinking about them in a broader spectrum, not just like single, oh, that cost me this amount of money. Like, you want to think about, it cost me $10 per meal, and how that's going to save you money over time. And plus, if you're eating at McDonald's, you already know that's not the best quality food for you. Eating salmon It's high in omega-3s. It has some healthy fats, and it's just going to be good for your body and your gut. So those are things you want to think about when it comes to just food in general. You don't want to be putting horrible quality food in your body just because it's cheaper. I know times are hard nowadays, but I would say maybe unlock that skill of cooking. And I know another excuse that people give is we don't have the time. I don't have the time sometimes to cook, so I eat out as well. But there's always some hours, some days that you can meal prep. So that's what I would say about that. But I'm gonna cut this last potatoes, and I'm gonna check what my girlfriend is saying because she's supposed to be coming over soon. And I'll go ahead and tell you guys the dessert I made. So it was her birthday this week on Tuesday, the 7th. I don't know exactly if Tuesday was the 7th, but I know that her birthday is the 7th, and that's all that matters, right? So I made a fruit cake, not like the Christmas one. I'm talking about like a watermelon that I chopped up, or I sliced it into a layer of a cake, and I added strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, green grapes, and red grapes all around. I also added some pineapples and some mangoes because she loved mangoes. But I added that to the cake, and it looks pretty cool, honestly. You know how much they were saying that that's going to cost online? I looked it up. I was like, oh, let me see what it would be, what it would cost for me to just buy it for, because I don't know. I was just thinking, I might just buy it for, how much that thing was? $100. You know how much I spent on all that food? Probably like $30 maybe. But I had extra watermelon left over and extra fruit because I just needed to buy it just to get the ingredients. But that watermelon by itself, how much, or the cake by itself, it probably only has like maybe $10 worth of food on it. But they're trying to charge people $100 for that type of stuff. So everybody's going to charge you something for a premium just because they don't feel like you don't feel like doing it yourself. So I'll show you what these potatoes look like. These potatoes look like this. So I have a wok full of potato skins, and I'm going to put these potato skins in the sink for a second. And I'm going to rinse these potatoes off one more time. Rinse off my vegetables in between the stages, depending on what it is. Like potatoes, they have a lot of starch. So I'm just going to go take these to the sink and go rinse them off real quick. And you can hear the sound of my voice, so you know I'm still here with you. Let me go rinse these off. And I'm using cold water. I like to use cold water. I don't know if it really matters, but I see a lot of videos of people who cook with potatoes and try to get the starch out. They use cold water. Again, I don't know if it really matters, sure, but just do that. Rinse them off real quick. And then now here I am back with you. Gonna bring my cutting board a little bit right here. And let me check to see what she is saying. What are you cooking? All right, told you. I'm making salmon, broccoli, and scalloped potatoes. Salmon. That's what I'd be wondering if the stereotype that they'd be like, oh, men just don't listen. It's like, I don't like it when we use those generalizations because I be around a lot of women that I feel like don't be remembering what I would just be talking about. Like I just told you. But hey, it's okay. We're human. We're all gonna make mistakes. None of us are perfect. All that good stuff. But all right. So what I'm doing right here, I'm just making little slices of the potatoes about this thick. I don't know exactly how thick that is, but it's, if you were to measure it with your finger, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's about 1/4 of a finger length this way. Wait, yeah, you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just make it about this length, not too thin and not too thick. So I probably wouldn't want it this thick. Like this is too thick, but I wouldn't want it too thin either. So I'm just gonna cut this one in half to make it look like the other ones. All right, so a tip, like I told you in another video, but a tip when you're cutting something, you want your fingers out the way. So I don't want to be cutting it like this where my fingers are all in the way. I want to bring them out the way. And whenever you're holding a knife, you want to hold it with your index finger on the front and your thumb on the back. This gives you more control. Like say if somebody's trying to grab it from you, you would have more control versus if you're just trying to do like this, you're just too it's too flexible. Like you need to have more control over the knife. Anyways, it's gonna prevent a lot of injury in the future if you do it like I'm telling you to do it. And if you get to like the nitty gritty like this, you want to grip it and you want to slice in between. But either way, whatever way that you do it, please just be careful because accidents do happen. I've had a time where I cut the whole tip of my thumb off and it was not pleasant. So I noticed that one of my videos that have been going pretty good lately is my Tesla FSD video. Now, I was not expecting that video to get that many views. I sure saw a lot of other people do Tesla FSD videos, but I didn't think that my video was gonna go and get over 1,000 views in less than a week. But now I'm gonna try to start making more Tesla content. I was trying to find my niche on my channel. Like I didn't know exactly what it was that you guys like to see on my channel. Some people just like the vibe. Some people just like to come through and they'll watch whatever it is. But some people, they come for a certain thing. Some people want to see the Tesla stuff. Some people want to see the mindset stuff. And some people are like you guys who just are here in the chat or in the live, or if you're watching on the replay, you want to watch me just my lifestyle. So I was having a dilemma on like what it is that I wanted to make content about, but the algorithm or the audience, you guys are showing me that Tesla lifestyle and FSD videos are pretty good to do. So you're gonna definitely see some more Tesla videos because I love that car. It says, what are you making with the potatoes? So I am making scalloped potatoes. I guess they call them scalloped potatoes because they look like scallops, like in the sea, like the ocean, like those little circular cylinder things. But yeah, this is my first time making them from scratch, so that's why I'm cutting them into these little dime slices like this. What is your name? Kellup. Kellup DePog, 53.95. I'm just gonna call it Kellup. Oh, kelp. Kelpo. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to pronounce your name, but let me get back to just cooking because I'm just gonna embarrass myself, and that's never fun. But hey, I hope that you're having a good day. What are you gonna be eating for dinner? But yeah, I'm gonna be making some scalloped potatoes. But yeah, you guys, I would say just try to focus when you're cooking and focus on what you're doing because I'm pretty experienced in the kitchen. But even me, I cut the tip of my thumb off one time. I was cutting really fast and I was cooking, making pico de gallo in the kitchen that I was working at. And yeah, I just smooth cut the tip of my thumb off. And it didn't hurt in the moment because I had so much adrenaline going through me. But man, there was a lot of red stuff coming out of my thumb. I don't know. I don't want to say the actual word because I don't know what YouTube flags as far as inappropriate content and things of that nature. So you know what red stuff I'm talking about, that life fluid, that life liquid. So yeah, this potato is kind of soft. So I'm cutting out these little end pieces. All right. So now that we have the potatoes cut, I'm going to rinse all these potatoes off again. I'm going to rinse them in cold water. And again, I'll bring you with me. Put this tripod up here. All right, this way you can follow my face. All right, so all I'm going to do is just put cold water in the potatoes. Oh, wait, I missed the whole potato. How did I do that? That's crazy. That is quite insane. We're gonna do this one pretty quick. Boom, 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 boom. And it doesn't have to be exactly perfect. I mean, it says I've never heard of it. Sounds good. I can make cream sauce like a casserole. I got my Tesla too. I eat salmon rice every day for lunch. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna be making salmon and broccoli as well. That's awesome. Yeah, I love my Tesla Model Y. How do you like your Tesla? But yeah, scalloped potatoes, you're pretty much making like a casserole dish. So you have these potatoes and they're gonna go into the casserole dish and you're gonna make like a cheese sauce that goes on top and it's gonna cover it. All that deliciousness is gonna get in between each slice of the potato. And yeah, it just forms like a kind of like a cheese crust on top. But yeah, it's really good. I haven't eaten it in a long time, but I don't know what made me want to do this because I'm always kind of making the same thing. Like you said, I always kind of make steak or potatoes or whatever. And but yeah, salmon rice, that sounds really good. But yeah, I love the Tesla Model Y. It says how you cook the salmon. I'm gonna cook it in a steel pan because I like my salmon skin to be crispy. I notice a lot of people they don't get their salmon skin very crispy or like they take it off. Some people don't like the salmon skin because it gets all rubbery and chewy, and I don't like that sensation when I'm eating salmon. So I'm gonna make sure I get it nice and crispy on the skin side, and I'm gonna flip it and then cook it on the other side for a few minutes. But I'm also gonna make a honey balsamic glaze. So I'm gonna get some honey. I'm gonna get some balsamic vinaigrette, and I'm gonna add some spices and things like that to make it delicious. And then, yeah, you just pretty much you can dip the salmon in it, or you can like drizzle it on top. But yeah, I love that balsamic honey flavor whenever I'm eating salmon. And I like to add red pepper flakes, so it's a little bit spicy too. But taste of salmon is already really good. You know, you don't really have to do too much to salmon, but I like a little sauce. You know what I'm saying? I like a little something. I love smoked salmon too, but I'm not gonna smoke it today. Yeah, all we're doing right now, I'm just rinsing out these potatoes. I don't like a lot of starch. I don't want a lot of starch in the potatoes, so I'm gonna make sure I rinse them out until the water's clear. Here, I'll show you guys in a second. Yes, water's clear now, so I don't really have to trip too hard. All right, see, this water's clear. Before it was a little bit cloudy, so now I'm going to put this on the stove. Let these potatoes get a little bit soft. So I'm gonna flip it around this way. Actually, I'll bring you guys closer. Once I make it big on YouTube and I go full time, the first thing I'm gonna do is hire a camera person. Because doing all this camera stuff by myself, it's cool and all, you know, but really, I'd rather just have somebody else do all this stuff. My girl said, "What time will the salmon would it be done?" I'm gonna say, probably like an hour or so. In about an hour or so. All right, so all I'm doing right here is I'm heating up these potatoes so they can get a little bit soft. We need these to be a little bit soft so when we put them into the casserole dish, then they'll already be cooked a little bit. Because if they take too long to cook, like we pretty much don't want to put these in the oven and have them take forever to cook. This is gonna just soften them a little bit. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt. We're not really not flavoring it at this point, but it never hurts to put a little bit of seasoning in your water. while you're just trying to soften something up. So all I'm going to do is put some salt in the potatoes right there. And this is where I'm going to be cooking the salmon in. I'm going to be cooking it into a stainless steel pan, something like this. And this is kind of tricky to use when you're not used to cooking with it. But after you get used to it a little bit and understand how this works, then it becomes easier. So we're just going to let this go for a little bit. And then actually at the same time, I could be making that cheese sauce. So actually, I'll make the cheese sauce in this pan over here. So I don't have any onion, but that's okay because we can still make it work. So I'm going to clean this pan out a little bit. The way I clean this pan out is I let it get really hot and then I add some water in it. And when I add the water, it gets all whatever stuck to the pan out. It's really nothing in it. But all I'm going to do is just let this pan heat up real hot, and then I'm going to add something. It says, I saw some of your Bitcoin videos. Do you invest in anything else, Tesla or other AI stocks? So right now, I'm just doing Bitcoin. Before, I used to invest into Tesla stock. I used to invest into Apple, Meta, pretty much a lot of tech stocks because that's what I'm into. I'm into technology. But nowadays I've been just kind of focusing on Tesla, or if I invest into the S&P 5 or the stock market, if I invest into the stock market, I invest into the S&P 500. So pretty much the most 500 popular companies. And I just put a certain amount into my Roth IRA. I'm just going to max out my Roth IRA for this year. And then once I max it out this year, I'll probably start doing a little bit other individual stocks, but I have a certain amount of Bitcoin I'm trying to get to. Once I hit that goal, my Bitcoin, then I'll diversify more. But yeah, I pretty much believe in Bitcoin. I just made a mistake when I did it last time. You probably saw that video where I over leveraged myself, and yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely do something. I was gonna invest into SpaceX, honestly. When it first came out, like it always skyrockets up. So when Elon Musk announced SpaceX, I was gonna wait till it goes back down a little bit because, investors always make that thing go crazy. But yeah, what are some of the stocks that you are invested in? Honestly, I should invest into NVIDIA, however you want to pronounce it. And maybe, what's another AI stock? I guess ChatGPT or Grok or one of those ones, because that's what's dominating the market right now. That's why all these computer chips are so expensive. Like I can't even build a new PC or buy a PC. That's a great plan with the Roth. Yeah. And I like the Roth because, it's tax-free. It's a tax-free option for your investments. By the time I'm 65, I can take out all the profits that I made tax-free. And so what I plan on to do as well is buy some Bitcoin ETFs while I'm in the Roth IRA. So that way, when Bitcoin goes up, and by the time I'm 65, it'll be a lot more, profitable, more valuable because there'll be less Bitcoin around because more people have bought it. By that time, all the Bitcoin have been mined. And then all I have to do is just take my money out by the time I'm 65. Or, if I don't live that long, at least I can pass it on to my children or my wife or whoever, my family, and they can have it. But yeah, that's my plan so far right now. So right now I'm letting this pan get a little bit hot. I'm gonna turn it down. I wish I had some, I don't have onion, but I have a little bit of shallot. So I'm gonna take this little bit of shallot and I'm gonna take some garlic and I'm gonna put it in this pan. So you want something to give it some type of flavor. It's called a roux. A roux is basically a flour and oil mixture that you use to make a sauce, basically a gravy. That's how you make gravy, is to use a roux. So right now I'm just peeling off the skin off of this shallot. It's not that much, but something about cooking that I would tell everybody is that you just got to freestyle. If you don't got it, like we didn't grow up with money or like a lot of money when I was a kid, but my mom, she made things work.
Anyways, it's just a little baby shallot like this. It says it's good. Oh, I like Google, Nvidia, and Micron. Micron. Never heard of that one. I was about to invest into what's that one with Michael Saylor? Strategy, MicroStrategy. Yeah, I want to invest into MicroStrategy, but I don't know. I just kind of stick to one thing. Like I listened to this quote by Warren Buffett, and he pretty much just said like, don't diversify too much. Just focus on one thing, and then once you understand that one thing, then diversify into other things. So that's what I have chosen to do. I just choose to invest into one thing, and then once I understand Bitcoin or whatever enough, and I have enough exposure in that market, then I'll go to the next thing. Because honestly, it doesn't really, to me, yes, you can score high if you have a little bit of money in multiple places. But if you have enough money in one place and you stay in one market long enough, then you'll make money no matter what. And then you'll be able to leverage yourself, because if you have enough money in something, you can leverage it too. And you don't have to worry about if it goes up or if it goes down too much. You can just kind of play with the amount that you have in there. So anyways, this is the shallot. It's just a little cut up like this. I just cut it up like this. I'm going to put it in this pan. And you can hear the pan's not too hot, but it is sizzling. So once that's in there like that, I'm going to take some, this is algae oil, cooking oil. It's one of the highest smoke points oil. It won't smoke too bad versus if you use a seed oil like canola. Avocado oil is good too. But anyways, all I'm going to do is just do like this until it gets fragrant. I don't want to cook it too much, but I'm just going to I'm going to switch it so you guys can see, because this is the stuff I'm focusing on now, right? Turn this up higher. I'm bringing this right here. Boom. So yeah, I'm just going to toss this around until it gets a little fragrant. It's already browning a little bit, so I'm going to turn this heat down. Oh yeah, turn this heat down. I forgot that I switched eyes. So now I'm going to bust open the garlic too. Ooh. Ugh. Oh, this garlic is old. I got to throw this away. I don't like it when garlic has this certain smell, because it doesn't smell fresh anymore, or like pungent, like garlic's supposed to smell like. Anytime you're cooking, smell stuff. I don't like the way this smells. I think I might have to just throw all this garlic away. Unfortunately. Let me try to smell one more. No, it don't smell good. Oh, well, we ain't going to use garlic today. So like I said, cooking, you just got to freestyle. All right, so onions or these shallots are looking okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to get is some flour. So let me get the flour. And just use all-purpose flour. It doesn't have to be nothing crazy. It can be a Walmart brand. I don't know what this brand is. This is Harris Teeter brand. So just some flour like this. Get some flour like this. I'm going to get me a spoon. And you're going to just you have to go by what you feel. I can't really tell you how many spoonfuls to put. It also depends on how much sauce you want to make. So I'm going to go with 4 spoonfuls. I'll go with 5 spoonfuls right now, because I may want a lot of sauce. And so while that's in there, you're just going to move this flour around. And you're going to let this flour turn brown. That's the whole goal with this roux stage. Is you're going to let this toast. Let the flour toast and turn a brownish color. The more you let it cook, the more the flavor develops. Because if you just do it white like this, It's gonna taste floury. It's gonna taste kind of nasty. But the more that you stir it around and let it toast, then it develops more of that gravy flavor. So something else I'm about to get in a second is butter. So I'm gonna show you the type of butter I love to use. This is my favorite brand of butter, the Kerrygold. I usually use this for steaks or if I'm really trying to like taste the butter, but I'm gonna save this because we're talking about saving money and all that. Here, this is a Land O'Lakes butter, but not margarine. You gotta use butter. That's the only thing. So as this flour continues to turn brown, I'm gonna add a little bit of butter, a little bit at a time. And now these potatoes are starting to do their thing. I'm gonna get a fork and I'm gonna see where they're at. Because I wanted them to boil, and you want them to boil until they just start breaking apart. You don't want them to like be falling completely apart, but you want to be able to stick a fork in through them without any issue. Right now, these are still too hard. I can't even push a fork through them at all. So just let them go for. I'm gonna set my timer. I'm gonna set my timer to 5 minutes. It's good to have timers on because it keeps you cognizant of how long you've had something inside the kitchen or in cooking. If you don't have a timer, you kind of get sidetracked and you don't remember exactly how long you've been doing something. And so that's how you get distracted. That's how you burn stuff. And we ain't trying to burn nothing in this kitchen today. So just gonna let the flour. It's starting to turn. You can't see it yet, but it's starting to turn a little bit tan on the edges. So probably gonna let the flour go for about the same time as the potatoes. I'm gonna turn it to more medium heat so it's not taking forever. Let this go for about 5 minutes. And like I said, make sure that you got some water and stay hydrated. So this is my order of operations. First, I'm gonna cook these potatoes because they take the longest to get soft and to get. At the same time I'm cooking the potatoes, I'm gonna be cooking the sauce. Then I will cook the broccoli. Once I'm done cooking the broccoli in this pan, I'm gonna put the broccoli in a separate container and I'll cook the salmon in this pan. Once the salmon is done, this will be done, broccoli will be done, and the salmon will be ready. So that's how you have to think about things when you're cooking it. When you want to think about what's going to be the longest to cook and what's going to be the shortest. The shortest to cook is going to be the salmon because you don't really have to cook protein that long. It doesn't take protein that long to get to where you want it to get to. Unless it's like chicken or something, or depending on how you're cooking it. Yeah, so we're going to let this go. We're at 4 minutes right now. Yep, this flour is starting to get to where I want it to get to. It's turning a little bit tannish. It really depends on what color you want this sauce to be. This one, we don't really have to worry about it too much because it's just a cheese sauce. And I can already smell it. It's starting to do its thing. You can kind of tell when flour is starting to change over. And that's how you also want to check your heat because you don't want it to burn either. Everything you want it to be a gradual process of changing from one state to the next. Let's check these potatoes again. Stir them around, keep them moving, flip them around. Nope. Still not even breaking the surface, breaking the skin. No, what am I trying to say? It's not soft yet. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not soft yet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that flour is looking nice. It's nice and getting toasty. Nice and toasty. I hope the camera is picking it up. That it's changing color a little bit. When you cook it in the kitchen, you gotta get good at that shake. That didn't look right, but you get what I'm saying. Yep, these potatoes are not ready yet. All right, now I'm gonna tell you the ingredients I'm gonna use for this cheese sauce. Uh-oh, dropping some grapes. I'm gonna use cheddar cheese, and I'm gonna use some shredded mozzarella, and I have these Danos seasonings over here. I think this Danos Chipotle seasoning is gonna be great in the sauce. Okay, I have to remove this flour from the heat real quick because, like I said, I don't want it to burn, and I'm doing too many things at one time. I'm trying to talk and everything. So let me refocus and get myself in the right mindset. So I'm gonna put my kitchen timer again on another 5 minutes. All right. You should see now this flour. The flour is developing a brown color. And that's what you want. So this is pretty much almost exactly where I want it to be. I'm gonna let it go for another like 2 or 3 minutes. But you can see that this flour is not brown no more. It's like a tannish color. So this is pretty much almost where I want it to be. Where are these potatoes at? Okay, some of them are starting to break apart. So I'll probably say we got about a few more minutes on these potatoes, and then I can take them out. But yeah, the next thing I'm gonna have for the sauce is I'm gonna use some half and half. Here's the cheeses. Here's the seasoning, some butter. And along with all of that, I'm actually gonna use a little bit of chicken stock. Chicken stock just gives it a little bit different flavor than water. If you just use water, I would say try to upgrade it with a little bit of chicken stock. All right, so now this flour is pretty much exactly where I want it to be at. It's like a tannish color, and it's gonna keep cooking anyway, so it'll get darker the more that you cook it anyways. So now I'm gonna get my knife and I'm gonna start adding butter. You can add it in compartments, little bit by little bit. Now you can see how hot our pan really is because you can see the butter is doing this thing. So you wanna mix that butter and that flour together. And you wanna, before you add more, you wanna make sure that you incorporate everything together. See how brown that flour is now? You can see it a lot better because the butter It adds its own. It makes the color darker. It makes it stand out more. All right, cool. Now, these potatoes are exactly where I want them to be. I'm gonna get a bowl and fill it up with cold water, and I'm gonna add those potatoes to the cold water because I don't have any ice. Actually, I think I do have ice, but I want to blanch the potatoes. Blanching is basically taking it from a cold or a hot pan and you putting it in a cold pan. So let's see if I have some. Yeah, I got some ice in the freezer. Got my ice. And I need another container to put these potatoes in. The potatoes. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm gonna fill this bowl full of water and put some ice in it as well. What this is gonna do is gonna stop the cooking process. You wanna drop it from something cold, something hot to something cold, stop the cooking process because we want these potatoes to not be too mushy and too soft. We want them to be kind of like al dente, like pasta, like how you don't want the pasta to be super soft and mushy. All right. Cooking on TV or online is a little bit different than cooking in real life because I got to be talking to you guys and explaining what I'm doing at the same time. So it's definitely an art. It's definitely an art. Cooking is an art. So trying to get all my dishes. All right, so I'm gonna face the camera the other way so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm taking these potatoes and I got a strainer and I'm gonna put these potatoes in the strainer to get all that water separated from the potatoes. All right, now all the water separated from the potatoes. All right, and like I said, I'm gonna blanch them. So now I'm gonna throw them. Now I'm gonna throw them into this bowl of water that I have with ice. And this is gonna stop the cooking process or slow it down. So, boom. Add these potatoes to the water and they'll stop the cooking process. It'll stop the potatoes from getting too mushy. So, boom. All right. As you can see, ice. Now, I can finish making this sauce without having to worry about 16,000 things at once. So now, I can bring this pan back over here and keep on moving this flour and this butter around, mixing it together. Make sure you get like every piece of flour that you see, every little thing of butter that you see. And to me, this needs a little bit more butter. Boom. But you want to homogenize everything. You want to get the butter and the flour completely mixed together. Yeah, this is what I like to see. I like it when it's like a paste like this. It's not too dry and it's not too wet. We don't have too much butter in it. It's pretty much right in the middle. Like, this is quite ideal. So what I'm gonna do is turn up the heat a little bit. And then to that's when I'm gonna add the chicken stock. I'm gonna shake it up first. All right, add a little bit at a time, just like you added the butter a little bit at a time. Add a little bit of liquid at the time, and make sure you mix it thoroughly. If you don't mix it thoroughly, then you'll have clumps in your gravy. Like, this is how you make gravy. You see how it's all brown? So you're gonna mix it until all that water, or in this case, chicken stock, gets absorbed. And so it's pretty much absorbed all the way. Now you're gonna add a little bit more chicken stock. And you're gonna let that mix. It would honestly be better to have a whisk, but it doesn't really matter what you have as long as you do the right technique. And that is making sure you mix this in there. But yeah, a whisk would be easier to mix in there. I just don't feel like dirtying up any more dishes because I'm trying to get better at cooking and cleaning as I go, because I'm not the best at that. Ask my mom. All right, so see how it's like getting like a paste? It's getting nice and homogenized. Ooh, no, not the cap. All right, add a little bit more chicken stock. And do the same thing. I'm telling y'all, this is going to be so good. See, when you're cooking, you gotta cook with love. You can't be serving that FU food. You gotta serve that, I thought about you. I thought about the food. I was sitting there with the food. I put all my love and attention into the food. And you can taste it. You can literally taste it. All right. I'm gonna say we need a little bit more chicken stock. Just add it a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. Ain't no rush here. Well, I'm not in a rush. If you're in a rush, you may want to prepare this at a different time. You may want to prepare this a little bit earlier or prepare a different meal. But for me, this is just fine for what I'm doing. Make sure you get all that liquid throughout all of that. That's how it's looking. See, if you did it too fast, if you did any of these steps too fast, this gravy would be burnt. You can always go slower. You can always go gradually up. But once you go to a point of no return, you can't really undo something. You can't really undo burnt flavor. All right, so see how this is? We're going to add just a little bit more of this chicken stock, and it'll be exactly where I need it to be at. And then I'm going to add the heavy whipping cream. So before we add the cheese, I want to make sure that this tastes good on its own. So mix this around. And now this is basically at the perfect consistency that I want it to be at. Now I'm going to add some half and half. This is obviously to give it a creamy texture along with the cheese. So I'm just gonna, the ancestors are telling me to stop now. ancestors, they were yelling at me, so they told me to stop. So I stopped at that point. I go with my feeling. That's the beautiful thing about cooking is that you can go with your feeling. You don't have to go by recipe every single time. You can just go by how you feel. Baking, on the other hand, yeah, you need a recipe, or else your cookies or brownies or cakes or whatever, they're not going to come out right. All right. And yes. And also, like I said, gradual. Because if you had just put all your water in there like that, you would have clumps of flour butter mixture in your liquid. So you want to go slow. Slow and steady wins the race, like they say. You've heard that story. One of those Aesop fables, the tortoise and the hare. But yeah, just slow and steady wins the race. Do a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. But you're gonna turn the heat up a little bit on this until you see bubbles. Doesn't need to be boiling, but you just want to see it, a little bit of bubbles or a little bit of steam coming from the top. Before you start adding seasoning, you always want to just see where you're at. So I'm gonna get a spoon and I'm gonna see what I need to add. But I'm gonna wait till this heats up a little bit more. So I have my spoon ready, and then I'm gonna add this Dano's Chipotle. I like this Chipotle seasoning because it definitely has it has Chipotle pepper, granulated garlic, sea salt, granulated onion, dried lemon peel, dried orange peel, and mustard seed. Yeah, it just smells so good. The Daniel's Cajun seasoning, it's good too. It's just a little bit much. It's honestly a little bit much. Spices, sea salt, paprika. I'll use a little bit of this Cajun seasoning, but I'm gonna use a lot of this Chipotle seasoning. Then I have another Dano's that I like. It's this one. I'm almost out of it. It's just the regular Dano's original seasoning. That definitely has more of a cumin front smell to it. All right, now I'm gonna turn that heat down. Turn that heat down. So see, now we got the steam coming up. I wanted that steam, and that's pretty much all I wanted. So now that we have this pretty much almost where we want it, let me taste it. It's gonna taste like nothing. Actually, it tastes like butter and flour and heavy whipping cream. So now all we're gonna do is just take this Chipotle, add it like this, season that jank up. Now the thing I like about Dano's is it doesn't have a lot of salt. So when you season something, it's not gonna be very salty. Anyways, just mix that bad boy in. I almost want to get a whisk, but I'm not gonna do it. And if we need salt, we can just add salt or a little bit of Lowry's Mike Lowry's seasoned salt. But I'm gonna see how it tastes first. First of all, I want y'all to know this smells amazing. I'm gonna go rinse my spoon off, come back, and I'm gonna taste this again. Turn this heat down even lower because we got it to the temperature we wanted it at, right? So I'm gonna go rinse off my spoon, be right back. All right, let's taste this again. Tastes good, but what is it missing? What is it missing? It needs something, a little spice, and it definitely needs salt. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just add some sea salt. I'm gonna add some sea salt to it. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of this Cajun seasoning, not too much. All right, that's enough. Now mix it again. These potatoes, I told you, are the longest part of this whole meal. It's the longest part of this whole ordeal. Once these potatoes are out the way, once this sauce is out the way, this is going to be very good. So I need a couple spoons because no, I got the same one. I'm just going to rinse it off. If y'all just cooking for yourself, you ain't got to rinse it off. You can just do it. Okay. Now that's really good. What is it missing? What does it need? What does it need? I taste the smokiness from the chipotle. I taste the spice from this Cajun. Now I'm just gonna add this Danos. Like Danos, you haven't done me wrong, so I'm just gonna boom, 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 boom. All right. I think that'll do it, y'all. And I'm gonna add a little bit more salt too, because I just needed a little bit more salt. I think that's it. So mix it up, 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 mix it up. Now, you guys, if you stayed this long and you watched me cook all this and you haven't liked the video or subscribed, shame on you, because I was gonna invite you over for dinner, but I don't know. That kind of broke my heart. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all can still have a plate. I'll be like one of those chefs that, like Sanji from One Piece, I'll never turn away somebody hungry. If I got it, you know what I'm saying? You're part of my crew. So, boom. I'll even serve you guys a little bit. Here's a taste. Boom. Okay, yeah. That tastes great. That's exactly what it needed. Yeah, so this sauce is done. Boom. Well, it's not done yet, but it's pretty much there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some cheddar cheese, and I'm gonna just put it in there like this. I'm gonna put one more, half of this, put it in here like that. All right. If you like it cheesy, add more cheese. If you don't like it cheesy, don't add as much cheese. But again, we're going by your flavor, my flavor. This ain't no one size fits all over here. Some of this cheese I'm gonna save and I'm gonna put it directly on top when I put it in the oven. So now we're gonna mix this all around. And if it gets like it's looking like it's not thick enough, or like what's the word? If it's looking like, oh yeah, that cheese melting in. Never mind. Forget what I was about to say. I was about to say you can add some more cream or some more chicken stock if it looks like it's too cheesy and too thick, but this is exactly where we want it to be at, because this cheese is melting and it's incorporating right into the sauce. Whew. Ooh, Lord, sweet baby Jesus. We're having ourselves a good one today. Even the gnats want some. Well, the gnats want some of anything, so I guess that's nothing too crazy. I'm turning the heat back up a little bit. And for the heck of it, add a little bit more chicken stock. And then that's it. It's gonna make it a little bit more liquidy. See? We almost got ourselves a fondue with all this cheese that we added. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you get everything that's from the outside mixed to the inside. Now I'm gonna turn the heat back down. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more heavy whipping cream too. I mean, half and half. You can use milk too. I don't like milk. I don't drink milk. So the only time I use milk is when I'm cooking it. And that's not that often. I don't like having a big jug of milk. All right. Maybe I added too much cheese, but it's really just to your consistency and how much you want. This is going to be a lot of sauce, to be honest. That's the great thing about cooking. Like I said, you can always save something. That was a great conversation that we were having earlier about. Talk about that stuff all day. All right, yeah. This is more the consistency that I want it to be. Not too cheesy, not too liquidy. Yeah. Boom. So I'm gonna turn the heat on low. Let me go get that pan that I'm gonna put these potatoes in. It's over here. I got these Rubbermaid glass pans because they fit on top of each other so well, and they have leak-proof seal. I don't like using the plastic ones that, I don't know, the plastic ones are just not good. I'm gonna put the oven to 350 degrees. And I'm gonna arrange these potatoes in that glass pan. So you just wanna lay the potatoes. Along the pan like this. See how I'm doing it? Just in a straight line, straight row. I think I could have took these potatoes out just a little bit sooner because they're all apart. And yeah, just slowly but surely. So that's pretty much the idea that you want. Now, they didn't do this in the video, But I'm gonna go layer by layer. I'm just gonna mix this up a little bit. Just add a little layer of cheese sauce. Add a little layer of cheese sauce. And then we're gonna add some more of the potatoes on top. So they're kind of breaking up. They don't have the consistency anymore. They're a little bit too soft, like I said, but it's okay. Just put them all like this. So boom. All right, so we got all our potatoes in the pan. We're gonna put another layer of cheese sauce on top. Mix it around again. Put it sideways. And you see, this is what we got. We got pretty much a thing full of it. And I'm gonna wait to put some more sauce on top. But the oven is pretty much preheated to where we want it to be at. Well, it's preheating right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there. And we're gonna put it in there for about 20 minutes. Now I'm gonna put this extra cheese sauce into another container to save it. And then I'm gonna clean out this pan and I'm gonna cook the broccoli next. So the technique I just showed you today, you can use it to make all kinds of sauces. If you want to make any other type of cheese sauces, gravies, it's a lot of stuff you can do off of what I just showed you in today's video. So got my cheese sauce in this container. And now I'm gonna put this to the side because I may use this later. I might put it on some broccoli or something. But now what I'm gonna do is turn this heat back up, add some water. And this is how I like to clean this pan. Just scrape it around. Let everything that's stuck to the bottom, stuck to the sides, get incorporated. Actually, I'm gonna go rinse it out real quick. You guys probably like, why didn't he just do that in the first place? You can just get a sponge and soapy sponge. All right. All right. Now, just gonna let this skillet get hot again. Oh. Get your paper towel. That's how I like to clean it. So get it really hot, take it to the sink, rinse it out, put it back on, put some water in it, heat it up, and put whatever else next you're going to be putting in it. So right now I'm going to clean up a little bit, put some of the stuff that I had out back up. Clean as you go. That's what my mama always says. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get better, mama. Our oven's preheated to 370 or 350. I wish my oven light worked, but it unfortunately does not. So we got the broccoli. When they come in a pack like this, I just assume that they're already clean. I don't really think I need to rinse them or anything. So I just bust it open. Put both packs in there like this. Jiggle them around like that. What I like to do is I get the pan hot, get it to where I hear them sizzling like this, and I'll just put some water in. The reason why I do this is because it creates steam, and I just put a lid on top. And boom, that's how you steam the broccoli. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit, have it around medium heat. And so that's all the broccoli needs. I'm going to keep this out so I can season the broccoli with this Danos and some sea salt. And I'm going to add some butter. So I'm gonna let this go for about, let's say 6 minutes. Hmm. This is why I said make sure that you have some water or something, have you a snack, because it takes a long time. It takes a while for me to cook. I didn't have anything prepped or planned or anything. I just knew I was going to be making this salmon. And it took me about a little bit like an hour and a half. Let's see what time frame we're at right now. Oh, we're already at an hour and 16 minutes. So yeah, just skip through the parts that are slowing down. And anytime I tell people, when you're watching my videos or when you're watching any video on YouTube and it's taking a long time to get to the point, just watch it at 2 times speed. Whatever you need to do just to, save you time. Instead of watching an hour-long video, watch a 45-minute long video or whatever it may be. But yeah, I'm gonna let this broccoli go. And we're almost there, y'all. So while everything's doing its thing, like I said, let me clean up. Let me reset. I'll show y'all. Let me see. I can't turn this anymore. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna be cleaning this table off and getting things reset. Excuse me. You guys can't see this in the live, but my mom just came out the room and she scared me. Do I need to cut up anything else? Yeah, I need to cut up that salmon. So I cut it on the wrong side of the cutting board before. I was cutting on this side. I'm just gonna flip it over like this. Actually, I have a glass cutting board that's right behind me. That's over here. Cantaloupe. Nice and sweet. Yeah, y'all, that's it. You just gotta do things step by step at a time, and you'll be able to get whatever it is you want to get going. I looked at a tutorial online. I gotta get my country accent out of my vocabulary or my dialect. But yeah, I was online on YouTube and I saw somebody talking about how to make scalloped potatoes. So I just pretty much followed their recipe and did my own thing. That's why I say I like cooking, because with cooking, you don't have to be So exact. If you guys are coming in on the live at any time, feel free to ask questions because this is pretty much like a question and answer type of channel. You can ask me questions anytime and I'll be able to answer it for you. What am I trying to get? Oh yeah, I have a cup of fruit because after all this cooking, feeling a little bit fatigued. But this broccoli, it's looking like it's almost gonna be done. So flip the camera back this way. Can I do it this way? This way? Yep. Alrighty. That's good. So when my broccoli is like this, it's almost fork tender, soft. What I'm going to do, I wish I didn't put it up, but I did. It's okay. Chicken stock. Chicken stock is just so much better than water for when you want to add flavor to stuff. So I'm gonna add some chicken stock. And I'm going to add, I don't know, about much butter. Maybe that's a fourth of a stick. And I'm gonna season it up with some chipotle seasoning. And on top of that, I'm going to put some Lowry's seasoning salt. Lowry's. I always call it Lowry's. Lowry's. Key tip, y'all, whenever you salt something, it is going to suck out the moisture of whatever it is that you're cooking. So I want this big piece more near the bottom so it can get more soft. But yeah, as you can see, my broccoli, boom, it's like this. Put this top back on. And I'll let it do its thing for another 5 minutes or so. Now let's check out these potatoes. See what they're looking like. Not quite where we want them to be at. They're forming a little skin on top. That's good. But not where we want them to be at yet. So all right. Gotta make sure that my computer is staying charged. So let me get my charger and plug it up. That's why it's gonna be so nice. Woo! When I can hire a camera guy. Because right now, doing everything on my own, it gets old, man. But it's okay. I know that I'm an old man. No, I'm not an old man, but probably a lot older than any of you whippersnappers. Let me show you what dessert's gonna be, actually, before I sit down and chill for a second. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. So, like I said, my girlfriend wanted that cake, that fruit cake, but not the Christmas time fruit cake. She wanted it like a fruit cake. Oh God! Don't drop it! Don't drop it! Don't drop it! You see this? You see this? Yeah, I made that. You know how much they're trying to charge online? $100. I said, "Oh no, oh no." I'm creative. I'm artistic. I can do that. So I did. Whew. So I gosh darn diddly did. Oh man. Yo, if you are still in the live and you are watching, you're a real one. Or if you're watching the replay, hey, all I can hats off to you. Because I don't know if I could have watched a guy for an hour and a half, but yeah, these are some of the extra fruit. The kiwi, and golden kiwi. I get this thing called first bite syndrome. It's like if you're eating something that you feel like you haven't eaten in a while, and then like the first time you put something in your mouth, your salivary glands, like in your cheek, they just squeeze out saliva and it hurts. Mm-hmm. But this is good though. Yeah, the only thing that we got to do now is prep the salmon, and then when that's done prepping, we'll be ready to eat. Can't tell if that's my house. No, she's not here yet. She would let me know. Mm-hmm. That's somebody next door or something. You can eat the kiwi skin, but I know and you know it feels weird. It's not too bad. And those potatoes smell good. Ugh, it is bad. Don't ever do that. I eat the top of the strawberry though. Yep. I'll show you this broccoli one more time. And yeah, let's see if it's fork tender. Just like I did with the potatoes. Yeah, broccoli's not really that fork tender yet. Some of them will flip down. So like these stalks, the broccoli stalk, it's facing the pan and it can cook better. Okay. So I'm gonna add some more water and continue to let this thing steam some more. But yeah, once you finish doing everything that is the major thing, like for instance, like I said, the potatoes, now it's a waiting game. Now we're just waiting. Oh, we're just waiting to eat now. But yeah, that kiwi was very bitter. Mm. But I do like these. Is it this one? I think this is an OG kiwi. I gotta make sure that y'all still. Oh, I'm still alive. Oh yeah, I'm alive. Yeah. Yeah. You see those taps, those loves? That's me. She's not here yet. Trying to see if my girl's here, but she ain't here yet. Okay. I was playing Final Fantasy 7. No, 7. I was playing Final Fantasy 15 because I haven't played it in forever. Actually, let me make sure that I can hear myself too. Yeah, I can hear myself. Anyways, I was playing Final Fantasy 15 earlier, and I was taking my time. When I first played the game, I was playing it quick. I was just going from one place to the next and the next place. But I decided, you know what? I'm gonna like take my time and like take it slow with playing the game. And so when I did that, I noticed how fun the game was. I was like, dang, I can fish. I can feed a cat. It's so weird hearing your voice in the echo realms. But yeah, y'all. As far as money and mindset goes, it's my goal. It's my mission to be able to make YouTube videos like every day, 24/7, 7 days a week. Pretty much make my lifestyle my business. The thing I notice about sales and like getting people to buy things is, as a salesperson or as a customer, the reason why we buy something from somebody is because we trust them and they provide some type of value to it. We trust that they can provide the value to solve a problem that we need. But really, it just goes right back down to friendship. Like if you buy something from a person specifically, it's because you end up trusting that person. They make you feel special. Like I met this guy named Arcady and I saw his YouTube videos. And he wasn't even talking about selling nothing. He was just talking about his videos. But he's just a cool guy. And it made me reach out to him on social media. Him and this dude Reese Indica, it made me reach out to them. And Reese subscribed to me. Arcady subscribed to me. But beyond the subscription, now we have this connection. We have this rapport where I can talk to him and interact with him on a regular basis. And we talk about how to make money, brainstorming ideas, talking about life, the things that we enjoy to do. So getting better at sales is getting better at talking to people, meeting them where they're at,
and pretty much making them feel special. Let me look at these potatoes. Oh yeah, they're starting to bubble. They're getting to where I want them to be. Beautiful, beautiful, lovely, darling, lovely. Edna Mode would be proud of me. But yeah, I thank God that I'm able to have a voice, be able to be fortunate enough to have the funds necessary to buy equipment, the desire and skills to want to make videos and make content to help people to make more money, to become more successful, to have a sense of purpose. That's my purpose. And right now, I ain't got many people watching or looking at, I don't have a bunch of people watching in the live. This is where I can see the live. I can see one person watching, and that's me. I'm watching on my phone or whatever, or maybe my mom or my auntie. But the point is, I don't care if it's only one person. I needed to do what I needed to do because it's going to propel myself and possibly somebody else to that next stage in their life. We were all at a certain place at a certain time for a reason. And that certain place and certain time is going to help us to get to version, that next stage of ourselves. Mm. Now that was a good mid cooking snack. It wasn't too heavy. Yeah, this broccoli is exactly where I want it to be. See, if I worked at a restaurant, I would have things set up in such a way. That's how they have things set up in the restaurant, so you can just boom, 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 boom. You don't have to worry about trying to get things out or try to do things on the fly, like in the moment. You want to have things as prepared as possible. Because, first of all, everybody wants something in a different way. And so that's why I like fancy restaurants. They don't really let you to change the menu too much. Like you can try to substitute certain things, but overall, whatever you order, that's what you get. But I'm gonna try to make things simple whenever I make my food truck. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. I'm gonna try this little piece of broccoli right here. Cheers, y'all. Woo! Too hot. Too hot. Too hot. Too hot. Absolutely scorching. I was about to put this in my mouth. Am I crazy? Am I my mother? No, I'm not. She be putting stuff that's way too hot in her mouth. I don't understand how she be drinking the teas that she be drinking. It be scorching. I'm blowing this broccoli. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that broccoli is perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. Woo. Okay. Now that we got the broccoli where we need it to be, we got the potatoes where we need them to be. Well, the potatoes are still doing this thing. Now we can. I just talked Arcadia up. Now he's texting me.
our new content strategy. That's what he's talking about. We're talking about our new content strategy. Let's look at these. Oh yeah, they're looking so they're looking so good. They're looking so good. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and divide up this salmon, and I was trying to have it nice, hot, and ready for when my girl comes over, but she is taking kind of long to get over here. So hopefully she gets over here and her salmon will be perfectly cooked and ready. That would be super good timing for her. But if not, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the salmon into fillets. And then whenever she gets here, I'll cook her a piece of salmon. Because I don't like serving not hot food to people. That's just my pet peeve. I like to eat food when it's hot. And I know other people like to eat food when it's nice and hot. So I'm going to take this piece of salmon and I'm going to rinse it off real quick. So yeah, y'all gotta subscribe so that way my production is better. Because right now it's just little old me doing everything. But if I had a camera person, they could be changing the camera angle, doing all this amazing stuff for y'all. But you know, that'll come with time. No rush. No rush on that front, okay? Yeah, we got this beautiful piece of salmon. So all I'm gonna do with this after I rinsed it off a little bit, because I just wanted to get some of that slimy, fishy smell off of it. And I'm gonna cut it into fillets. I rinse off this knife. All right. So I'm probably gonna eat this much. I need to sharpen my knife because it's definitely not as sharp as I want it to be. I like to cut it on the skin side because the skin is the hardest part to cut. So I'm probably gonna eat a fillet this big, about 4 finger lengths. Then I'll cut another one for my mom, maybe a little bit smaller. Yeah, I definitely need to sharpen my knife because this is just sad. Then for my girl, I'll do a fillet about the same size that I did for my mom. Because when she's pregnant, it just really depends on her mood that day, how hungry she is. And then this piece of salmon, I'm going to save it for smoked salmon. I'm going to save this piece. So I'm actually going to find somewhere to put it for right now. which is just going to be a plate.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to get some paper towels and I'm going to pat the salmon dry. So all we want for this is to pat the salmon dry. And I'm going to put these on a separate plate too, so they don't absorb all this wet that they're sitting in on the cutting board. So pat it again. And then boom. Okay. Same thing with this one. You want the skin to be dry as possible, so that way it crisps up nice. You don't want it to be all wet because it'll be soggy and you have to cook it for longer. You know, it's a little bluebird outside. All right, now take this fishy cutting board and knife, put it in the sink. And I'm gonna use salt, a little bit of Danos, and a little bit of black pepper. First, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transfer this broccoli into another container. Another vessel, as they say. Yeah, that broccoli is looking pretty perfect. I was hoping it would fit perfectly, but of course it did not. Oh shoot, it's hot. Hot. All right, now I'm gonna start cooking the salmon. So I'm gonna cook my first because that's what I always do. I always cook the other person's food first. That's not me. Because, like I said, I want their food to get out nice and hot. Well, actually, before I get this pan exactly super hot, I think I'm gonna make my honey balsamic sauce. So I got this balsamic vinegar sauce. And I got this honey, but it's kind of hardened up. Hopefully I can just get out the amount that I want. Oh yeah, I can actually. So all these dishes, man, all these dishes. All I'm gonna do is get some of this honey, put it into this container like this. That's a good amount. Probably more than enough, to be honest. So what we're gonna do is, I don't like really heating up honey in the microwave. We're just gonna do it really slowly. You don't want to heat up honey in the microwave because you don't really want to heat honey up in general because it messes up the natural properties. Oh, what's your Cash App? Hey, what's up, Michael? Hey, my Cash App is at here. Let me show you. Oh, I pulled it at just the right time too. That's funny. Just so you know, it's me. Why not money 777? Okay, I got you. $. Why not money 777? $. Why not money 777? Boom. Okay. So it is right there. And if you do donate, I appreciate that so much. More than you know. It really means a lot. And I appreciate you. That pen, the top is too big. Okay, it's back here. It's this top. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Sorry, I was trying to light this up and get this heat started. Oh my gosh. Let me get in front of the camera because that was so sweet. Let me face it forward, face it back this way. Hey, I just want to appreciate you. I just want to say I thank you so much and I appreciate you. Thank you for that Cash App. I never expected anybody was going to do that on my channel. That really means a lot to me. Thank you for the $25. I really do appreciate that. Like, he literally sent me, you guys, that Oh my gosh, that made me so happy. I I ain't about to cry or nothing right now, but that definitely made me that was nice. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you. So thank you to Michael. Thank you to everybody who's up here, who watches my channel, who likes and subscribes and comments, because it means a lot to me. It makes it that much easier and makes me more focused into making more content that helps you, whatever you guys need help with, or whatever content you want to see, or if you just want to vibe, then I appreciate that. It says Google takes a lot of cut of the thanks, so Cash App's better. Oh my gosh, man. Yes, they do. They do take a lot of cut out of anything that you make on YouTube. So yeah, it is better. I appreciate that, Michael. Like, for real. I don't know if you know this, but my middle name is Michael. I don't know if that means anything, but I just a little fun fact about myself. So um, yeah, if you guys have any questions or if you have any comments or whatever that you want to say, then comment them below, because I'm here to answer. I'm about to cook this salmon right now. First, I'm gonna make this honey glaze. So I got this honey glaze like this. Thank you again, Michael. I don't know if you come for the channel for anything, but like, let me know. I will make a video topic specifically for something that you want to see. My lady, on my way. Okay, cool. Wow, I told you she was gonna be coming at perfect timing, because I'm about to get started to make the salmon. So I'm gonna put a little bit of honey, a little bit of balsamic vinaigrette, and I'll mix these two together. And I'm gonna put some olive oil. That already tastes good. So what I'm gonna do with that, I'm gonna put a little of this Dano seasoning. Then I'm going to put some olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. But yeah, Michael, that's definitely going towards my savings. I appreciate that. Definitely going back towards the channel. All right. All right, let's okay, it's good. A little too sweet, a little bit too much honey. So I'm gonna balance it out by adding some more of the vinegar. Now it's still too sweet, and the vinegar is kind of sweet. So I'm gonna use some of this red wine vinegar too. Okay. Now that should cut the fat. Not cut the fat, but cut the sweetness. So this will go on top of the salmon when we're done cooking. It's just a nice little sauce. It says, what version of FSD are you using, and what is your Tesla model and year? So I have a Tesla Model Y, and I'm using version, let's pull up the Tesla app. I'm on full self-drive 14.3.4. $14.3.4. I'm on the latest update. My model, the premium Model Y model, is 20, and I got it last year in like September. Goodness, it's so sweet. It's too sweet. I need salt or something to offset it. salt, and I think a little bit more of that vinegar. So I'm gonna put some salt, mix it in. Nice, the latest. Yep, I got the latest one. I'm gonna make a video doing self-driving again and showing some of the differences that I feel if there are any. And besides the differences, like summoning, things like that, just features of the car. One of the cool things I think Tesla's doing right now is they're hosting like a contest or like a giveaway. If you if you have the longest streak, the longest driving streak, the most chargers, stuff like that, they're picking 3 people from each continent or each major continent. It's like North America, Asia, and Europe. And if you win, then you pretty much win, I think, free charging. I don't know if it's for life or for the year, but you get free charging. What does this need? I think it needs some red pepper flakes now. Oop, a little bit too many. Hey, Michael, do you have a Tesla? What Tesla do you got, if you have one? Yeah, I love my car. Dang. It just needs something. No Tesla. Okay. Yeah. I've been wanting Tesla since it came out, honestly, or when they first announced the car. And that was all the way back. Well, I think I found out about it in like 2013, 2012. And like I started investing into Bitcoin. Now I knew about Bitcoin when I was like 17, and that was back in like 2012, 2011. And so when I found out about Bitcoin, I also found out about Tesla. And so those two things are like something I was really interested in because I'm like a really big tech guy. But I think Tesla is about to blow up with people finally discovering FSD. Yeah. I think you're right too. Because FSD is a game changer. And I'll tell you like this. All my friends and family, that's all they talk about whenever they talk about Tesla is like the self-driving part. I mean, because that's why I wanted it. I wanted it because it drives itself. The EV part is cool, but I really wanted more. I wanted it because of the self-driving. And like I said, it just makes sense for me because I don't live in the same state that I go to work. So it says, yeah. Since SSD is now good and it's a deal breaker for people who are looking to buy a new car. Yeah, yep, exactly. So like people who are wanting a new car now, it's like, you might as well get a Tesla or some type of other EV that does self-driving. And I agree. I think that's a smart move, a smart idea, because it's going to be the future. Eventually, these companies are going to be in a race to see who has the best self-driving, who can get it for the cheapest price. And I think Tesla's going to be the one that probably makes it standard so that's just the thing that you do is you get a self-driving car. And maybe they'll put it at a premium at first or whatever. But I think eventually Tesla's going to be. Oh, and then they have the robo taxis too, like the Waymos. They're only out in Texas right now, but eventually when that becomes legal and everybody can get some self-driving life in their life, it's going to be great. Tesla is the only EV car that has self-driving. Other companies now only have driver assistance systems. Yeah, you're right. because my boss at work, he was like, why don't you just get a Genesis? And I was like, I don't know about Genesis. I don't know exactly what it is that a Genesis does or it doesn't do, but I know that a Tesla will drive. It will self-drive completely. It'll turn the steering wheel for you. It'll stop at a traffic light. It'll do all that. So I don't have to worry about is it gonna do it or is it not. I know it's gonna do it for sure. So yeah, I agree. My friend was saying that I gotta check out some of the cars that are in China, or like not China, but in Asia, because apparently a lot of the cars in Asia they have like self-driving capabilities, self-driving features. Like, how did you put it? Driver assist in the rain. Oh man, it does great. It'll say decreasing speed. Like, say if I'm on Mad Max, which is the fastest speed that you can go, it'll decrease the speed to like maybe standard. So say like the speed limit's 60, and when I put it on Mad Max, it goes like up to 85 miles an hour. But when it's raining outside, it'll put it back down to like 70 or 60, just because you have more chance for hydroplaning or any type of accident. I drove it in the snow. I drove it in the snow too, and that was pretty good. It drove me through everything really, hail, sleet, snow. So it really doesn't matter the weather, in my opinion, as long as the cameras are able to see. That's all that matters. But yeah, I love the car. When you look at my dashboard and you look at my percentage of how long or how much I've been self-driving, it's over 84%. So the other 16%, I'm not driving. I am not driving at all. Or the other 16%, I'm sorry, the other 16% I'm driving, but the other 84% I am not. It says, as for your salmon, fry it for a bit, but finish it in the oven. Oh, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to get this skin side on the back nice and crispy. And then maybe I'll add some butter. But I'm doing just one fillet at a time. I'm cooking my mom, and I'm going to cook my girl's salmon. And then I got my big piece. So. Boom. Yeah, let me check what's in the oven right now. Oh, yeah, those potatoes are looking great. Got some scalloped potatoes going on. They're looking good. In the oven. Yes. Yes. Trying to wait till it naturally just unsticks. It's not there yet. Got to let the steel pan do its job. But it will get there. It will get there. But yeah, this is preheat the oven to 350. Oh yeah, the oven's on 350 right now, so I'll get another pan that I can put this salmon on. So it can just hang out in the oven and cook the rest of the way there. Oh yeah. Boom. Whew. I cannot wait to eat because I've been wanting this for a while now. We're almost there. It's almost unstuck. Don't overcook the salmon. I got you. No, I won't. I just want to make sure I get that skin crispy. I got the heat a little bit low. Because I don't like salmon that doesn't have a good, nice skin on it. It doesn't taste that delicious, in my opinion. Oh, we got some squirrels in the front of our yard. But yeah, I just can't wait till this Tesla gets FSD unsupervised. Because FSD normal, oh my goodness, it's cool, it's amazing, it's great, but just having to look forward and be self-aware, it sounds like a first world problem. And it's my Alexa's talking to me, but it just sounds like such a first world problem. But I'm just like, man, if it just had that, oh yeah, that skin is nice. The skin is great. All right, I'm gonna do like you said. I'm gonna take the salmon off, and we'll finish it in the oven. This is the heat needs to be high in front of it and getting crispy. Don't flip it. I like this virtual cooking lesson. Oh, he said don't flip it. Well, I won't flip the next one. And I'll turn the heat up a little bit. This one's from my mom, and she's not very picky about how she has her overdoneness. She prefers it that way. Up to you. It says cook it with the skin side down. Yeah. Put some just salt for real. A little bit of pepper. Whew. I can't wait to eat. I said, but it goes in the oven with the skin side down. I get what you're saying. Let me flip it real quick. Woo. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good right there. Thank you, Michael. Anyway, don't want to confuse you. You're doing great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, one day I'll get my salmon technique perfect. Right now, I cook mostly steaks. I don't think I can really mess up a steak. I eat mine medium. And medium rare to medium. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day. I like medium a little bit better because I don't like when it's just rare because it's a little bit too chewy for me. This one, I'm not going to worry about flipping it over because this is my mom's and she wants it overcooked. That last piece is mine, so I'm going to do what you said to do. And let me turn on the vent fan. This is the longest live that I've had up here. 2 hours and 14 minutes. I might have to edit this video down. I don't know if people are going to watch a 2 hour and 14-minute long video. It says this way they all cook for the same time. It's easy to keep track of them, putting them into the oven at the. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. That is a good. All right, let's do one more big piece of salmon. Salt. Pepper. Whew. All right. Now I gotta find a movie. What movie should I watch tonight? I was showing my mom this movie called The Long Walk yesterday. Movie or the book is by Stephen King. And we were watching that Citizen Vigilant. Never heard of that movie. Citizen Vigilant. Oh, Citizen Vigilante. 2026. It's an independent action thriller starring Army Hammer as the American landlord in Europe who becomes a vigilante targeting immigrant chemicals and corrupt officials, leading to controversy over its anti-immigrant themes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll watch it. It looks pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of Jason Statham in a way, a little bit. It says, actually, don't watch that with your mom. What, is it very violent or something? That's okay, because she likes action movies. She don't mind. She don't mind a little bit of violence. We were watching House of the Dragon yesterday, and we watched The Long Walk, and both of those movies have a lot of killing, lots of killing. Ow. Okay. All right. I think we're good. Oh, pick another movie. It's pretty hardcore. Okay, if you say so. And yeah, my girlfriend's coming over too, and she does not watch hardcore movies. She watches we watch like Disney movies, like Princess and the Frog and Toy Story 5 and stuff like that. So, or more dramas, like with women. We were watching this movie or this show. It's called Ginny in Georgia. It's pretty good, but yeah, it's like a mom and a daughter. It's kind of like a not a sitcom, but like a drama show, kind of like that show Euphoria with Zendaya. I don't really watch a lot of shows like that. I watch more anime. I watch like anime, action movies. I like Game of Thrones. This is if you want a good suggestion for a movie and you haven't. Oh yeah, if you haven't seen it, watch Edge of Tomorrow. I have not seen Edge of Tomorrow yet. I've heard of it. Let me see. Let me make sure. Edge of Tomorrow. Oh no, I did see this movie with Tom Cruise. Yeah, and it was pretty much like Groundhog Day, and they live like same day over and over. Yeah. That's one of my. I love this movie actually. Me and my mom watched this like years ago, but he had to do the same thing every day, and like he had to figure out how to save everybody and not die. Yeah, that's a good movie. It's really good. Okay. Okay, nice. Yeah, it's a good movie. I love it. I haven't seen the new Mission Impossible. Or I think I went to go see it, but I fell asleep. This is the scalloped potatoes that I got going on. They're pretty much done. Well, they're definitely done. I'm just gonna let that salmon sit in here until my girlfriend comes over. I think I'll plate everything up and we can get to eating. Let me get our plates out so everything can be ready. Using these ceramic plates or glass, I don't know. They feel fancy, but I think they're also just easier to clean. I don't really like using plastic plates. Paper plates would be good, but they're just a little bit too flimsy. Yeah. What do you have planned to eat, Michael? What's your dinners today and what you got planned for the rest of the night? Today, I'm at home for today and tomorrow, and then I got to drive back to South Carolina for my job, and I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and on Thursday I drive back here, or Tesla drives back. I don't do anything. But yeah, I do that every week, drive back and forth until maybe August, and then I'll be working like 12 hours, 6 days a week, and I won't be traveling. I'll just be working. It says, "What do you do for work?" Oh, I'm a painter. I'm a contractor. I paint. I do insulation, and I work at a power plant. So I go there. I badge in, wait for them to give us a work order, go complete it, do whatever we gotta do, paint something, put this stuff called pill away on. It's like an acid that strips away paint. If it gets on you, it'll burn your skin. You know, we, we have to get radiation devices to measure if we get dosed when we go into certain places. It's a whole thing. Yeah, that's what I do. I've been doing that for about a year and a half now. It'll be 2 years in August. Sure, it's more than a year and a half, I guess. It's more than a year and a half, but it's a good job. It's a good job and it makes good money. So it says, and when you're working, do you sleep in a Tesla? Yeah. Yeah. So after I get off of work, I will go to the gym. Well, first of all, I make a YouTube video. So first I make a YouTube video, no matter what. Or I try to do something on YouTube or content creation, TikTok, whatever. I get off of work, make videos. Then I go to the gym, work out, take a shower. After I work out, take a shower. Then I'll eat. Or, that order may be different depending on the day. But yeah, I go eat and then I go to sleep. I get in the back of the Tesla, put my Tesla bed up, and go to sleep. Do that every day. And come back here on Thursday. I sleep at my mom's house. And I go back over there, do the same thing. But my girlfriend, we're expecting, so I'm gonna be a father in November. Our baby will be here in November. So I'm just trying to stack up money. I don't want to. I could stay in a hotel or I could like get an apartment out there, but in my opinion, it doesn't really make sense to me because I'm not gonna be out there for much longer. I'm gonna be a father soon, and I want to be out here with the baby, or I'll bring them out there. But anyways, I just want to save up money to be more prepared. I don't want to spend money on that because I know it could be like I could be more comfortable, but I'd rather just set up for my future and just make sure that my baby's taken care of, my girl's taken care of, and I'd rather focus on what's happening tomorrow for right now. So that's why I'm sleeping in my Tesla. Got it. Yeah. This is how many days? Oh, so yeah, 4 days. 4 days. I sleep on there. Sunday night. Sunday night sucks. Like tomorrow night, I try to leave early, but I usually end up leaving at like 9 o'clock at night. So by the time start driving at 9 o'clock at night, I get to my job I pretty much pull up in my job's parking lot. I get there at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I have to clock in at 7. So I walk through the gate and I sit at my desk, and yeah, I just try to get it like 2 hours of sleep. But then I do my day of work. I work 10 hours, and then I get off, and then I start making content. But yeah, I'm over it. I'm kind of like ready to be home or like be more with my girlfriend every day or with my family, because it's kind of challenging just doing all this moving all the time. Just sent you another. Oh my gosh. Oh, Michael, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was thinking, once you asked me that, when you commented on my other video asking me, um, where's that button at? I was thinking, I was like, dang, should I make a Patreon? That way I could shout you guys out and make specific tiers and stuff like that. I don't know. But I mean, Cash App's cool too. Like, I really appreciate you. I see it. I see it. Thank you so much. Just putting into the savings account. Yes. Yeah. That's all I do is like any extra like I get like this, I just put it into my savings. Because right now I'm doing a 90-day challenge and I'm trying to save 10K. Save 10K, put towards baby stuff, put it into the Roth IRA, whatever it may be, my retirement account. And yeah, that's all I pretty much do with my extra money. Because right now I'm on a 90-day challenge, and I'm really not trying to spend too much money on eating out. I'm not trying to buy any like extra gadgets, anything that I don't need to buy. I'm just not trying to buy it for the next 90 days. I'm just trying to stay laser focused on building up my business, building up my YouTube. If it's anything that has to do with my YouTube or my business, I'll do it. But if it's not that, then no, I don't really try to spend it. But yeah, thank you again. And yeah, this is definitely going to get transferred to my savings account, which is just a piggy bank right now. I would put it into like my Roth IRA right now, but I think mentally it just helps me to have it in like a piggy bank, like in cash. I got this from another YouTuber. Like that's how he saved 10K in like 3 months. So I was like, I'll just follow the method. Whenever I hear a good method, a good plan, like how you told me, hey, put the salmon in the oven, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just try it and see how it works for me. If it works for me, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I think if you want to get better at something, you should listen to other people and you should implement what they have to say, especially if they're where you want to be. So, anyways, that's a little rant. Are you making any money on YouTube right now? No. I mean, you're the first person that I made money with YouTube right now. Well, yeah, no. I have another channel. I have another channel where I have 6,300 subscribers, and on that channel, I was making money like every month or every few months. I was a little bit more consistent on that channel, but this channel is new, so I'm not monetized yet. But since I have my Tesla, there's this company that makes floor mats, and those mats cost like $200 to $300. My girl's pulling up, by the way, so I'm probably gonna end this live soon. But I'm gonna say this: um, those mats cost like $200 to $300, and I had messaged them on the email, and I was like, "Hey, I have a Tesla. Um, I like your product. Do you have any type of discount, affiliate code, something like that, so I can put on my channel?" And they're like, "Yeah, if you do a full review of the mats, send us the video. We'll do a full refund on your mats." So I was like, "Bet, like that's easy. That's easy. I'll do that easy." Wait, hold on. Let me show my face so my girl knows she can come to the door. She ain't even looking. She ain't even looking. Hold up. Let me Let me pull up on her. No, it's inside the house. Oh, I was washing your clothes, so it's still in the house.
Oh, okay.
I'll bring it out soon.
Okay.
Do you have anything you need to bring inside? I'm live right now, by the way, and my microphone's still on me, so I'm just talking.
Why is your shit so big?
Because it's from Nami Wear, and I got it this size.
Any small that is the food done?
It's done. Yeah, I was telling them online. I was like, yeah, by the time she made perfect timing, that the time she comes here, that you come here, the food will be ready. So I'm gonna go back in there, and the door's open though. I'm gonna just huh? Oh, okay. Oh, dang, that's a nice bag. Where'd you get that from?
I mean, that.
Oh, okay. Remember that guy Michael I told you, or that guy I told you about, that one that tipped me on YouTube? He actually did
You did?
during the live
Really?
2 times. Want to say hi?
Am I on camera right now?
You just have to come right here.
It smells really good.
She says, "So it smells really good in here. Enjoy the meal. Keep up the uploads." Hey, thanks, David. I says you better check on the salmon, especially the. Oh yeah, you are right. Yeah, you ain't lying. Okay. Let's get the salmons, and then where is my other oven mitt? Boom. I'm gonna get this thingy. Are you hungry? Okay. Okay. All right. Let's make these plates. Casserole. Boom. Broccoli. Boom. All right, let's the most important meal of the day, serving it up Gary's way. He said, "You better check on that salmon." Nah, you ain't lying. Especially that first one. Okay. I ain't put no pepper on this one. Put a little cracked. Crack a black pepper on it. Okay. Now, it gets so chaotic when you're trying to put everything together. All right. Broccoli. Broccoli. Uh-oh. Broccoli. You got a lot of broccoli this time. I always be feeling like I'm just giving you the skimp. And that's not fair. All right, get some of this juice. It says, "I'll let you guys enjoy the dinner. I'll check you in again." All right, thanks, Michael. Thanks, David. Appreciate y'all coming through. I will be live again. You know, I'll be making content consistently now, so never have to worry. If you do see me not be there, I would say be worried at this point because I'm up there every day. I'm gonna get. Ooh, man, it's looking good. Dang, that looks really good. Okay. Another corner piece for my mom. Okay. Yeah. Do I smell good like food or do I smell good like normal good? I smell good like food. I'm weak. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. So this is the result. We got dang, where's the camera at? It's right here. All right, bet. We got the salmon, we got the scalloped potatoes, and we got the broccoli. Nice and hot, ready to eat. Everybody's food is ready. It's not gonna take us 60 years to get to that point. Mhm. Give her some extra broccoli. But yeah, y'all. I appreciate you coming through and cut this live now. Thank you everybody who come through. I'll catch you next time. Peace.